The March for Our Lives was a nationwide protest against antiquated gun laws which occurred after the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida in 2016. Between 1.3 and 2 million people attended the marches at 763 locations across the United States that year, and the vast majority of the organizing that was done for those marches was done by kids. After the initial march, March for Our Lives was started as a nationwide organization to combat gun violence and advocate for gun violence prevention. Again, most, if not all, of that organizing was done by people under 18. We celebrate these kids' accomplishments, but what is it really doing to their minds? Emmy Ambory is a 20-year-old student at the University of Colorado Boulder. From 2018 to 2019, she served as the state director for the Colorado chapter of March for Our Lives. She gave speeches, lobbied representatives, and helped draft legislation, all before the age of 18.
Well, I think a lot of activists at this age choose the Parkland shooting as kind of a marker in the ground. Like, things felt really different after that, especially the way that those students in Florida rallied around that event and the pain that their community was going through. It felt like one of those causes that felt specifically personal. Like, it is a life or death situation no matter where you are, in the public or private. And I think that just really started to dominate my inner monologue, and I couldn't really help but get involved. When you're put in a position like that, especially one of leadership, you have to kind of decide that things aren't affecting you, like especially issues like that. But it did normalize having a seat at the table of some like really difficult conversations about, like, I don't know, pain and loss and trauma. And those were issues and mental health issues that I was willing to let other people around me feel, but not myself, because I was the grown-up in the room.
Kids have been fighting for social causes they care about for generations, but this might be the first time we've seen it on a large national scale. What do experts think about the toll activism has on kids?
Our brains are kind of messed up where, like, it can encode things wrong. And something such as like activism and wanting to make a change and trying to better the world, I guess, and fight for a cause can accidentally kind of become wired as something else, like something traumatic within your brain.
As mass shootings and everyday gun violence continue to escalate across the country, these kids will continue to fight for what they think is right. However, it's important that we check in on them and understand the pressure that they are under to solve a life or death issue. We should celebrate them, encourage them, and take care of them.